Never in human history has there been more suffering that generated more profit and was linked to the lives of more people around the world ever in history than what's happening in the Congo right now.
It's not, bro, what I'm trying to say is like...
Do you think there's a conspiracy?
There's an oversimplification of the problem.
Okay.
And that's what I hate about people, you know, saying, like, commenting on things you know very remotely.
So what up, guys? Welcome back. My name is Luke, and yes, welcome back to Table Talk.
Yes, sir.
What's up, bro?
I'm good, bro. How's it been?
I'm okay.
That's fine.
How was the week?
Crazy week. Crazy, but good crazy. Like lots and lots of stuff to do. But yeah, fulfilling actually. I managed to take off almost everything on my to-do list in the week. So yeah, I'm happy.
Really? Okay.
How was your week, bro?
It was chilled. A lot of work to do. A lot of emails to write.
You're writing emails.
Yeah.
You're busy saying kind regards.
Bro. A lot of kind regards and yours sincerely.
Yours sincerely.
It's crazy.
Wow, bro.
But anyways, did that and editing. I think I didn't do much editing this week, funny enough.
Really?
No, I didn't do much editing.
I thought you did I thought you did a lot more because then you dropped that video we shot like last week.
Mind you, that was the only video I dropped.
Oh yeah, actually, damn.
Yeah, in case you guys have not watched the video, go watch the video. Yeah. That was the only video I dropped, bro.
That's right. Yeah.
It's right here. Yes, it's right somewhere. So yeah. It is what it is.
It happens.
There's something I've been meaning to talk about, bro. I think you've been seeing this, the whole genocide Congo. I think I heard South Africa sent soldiers to the Congo, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
South Africa
I think on the radio, I heard it on the radio this week.
Okay.
That deployed, yeah?
Yeah, deployed.
Yeah. Yes. Deployed
military personnel to
exactly
Congo,
to Congo.
to go fight.
I think to go help out with the whole thing, with the whole issue.
Okay.
That's what I heard. I don't know how true is that. I didn't follow up on it.
Yeah, same, bro. Like, I'll be honest with you. I feel, I don't know if I should or should not feel bad about this, but I haven't been following up on it too much. And I'll tell you why.
Why?
I haven't been following up on it because it's not a new story, because it's something that's been in the mainstream for a very long time. It's something that we know about for a long time. And there's been a lot of social activism about it online.
Selective activism?
Yeah, a lot of selective activism, convenient activism, and we don't know all the facts. We know they're scary facts, but we don't know if those are the facts. You know what I'm saying? Even if they're not, it's a scary situation. And for me, it's just like one story, and there are many iterations of the story. And this is yet another iteration of the very same story that has been the status quo in that part of Congo since the Second Congo War in the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s.
It's been going on for years.
Do you understand? So for me, it's like, look, that's nothing new. I know about this, and I've possibly not looked at the new version of what's been happening.
What's really happening.
Yeah.
I think it's all surrounded on, wait, let's just watch this video. I think it paints a clear picture on what this situation is all about and what it's now surrounding. It's like it's taken a new main cause of it. The causal.
And so I started planning more trips, and I just kept going back. And the reason this is important, Joe, and we can dig into this in more depth, throughout the whole history of slavery, I mean, I'm going back centuries, never in human history has there been more suffering that generated more profit and was linked to the lives of more people around the world ever in history than what's happening in the Congo right now. And the reason I say that is this. The cobalt that's being mined in the Congo is in every single lithium-ion rechargeable battery manufactured in the world today. Every smartphone, every tablet, every laptop, and crucially, every electric vehicle. So you and I, we can't function on a day-to-day basis without cobalt, and 3/4 of the supply is coming out of the Congo. And it's being mined in appalling, heart-wrenching, dangerous conditions. And so that's why people need to know, because by and large, the world doesn't know what's happening in the Congo.
Okay. So that video highlights the whole thing.
And I'm not surprised because I was watching a documentary about exactly that, artisanal cobalt mining in Congo, in the east.
Okay.
And the conditions he's speaking about are crazy, bro. Like, it's bad,
bro,
bad,
it is
bad,
so
bad.
crazy. I saw people getting pulled out of the dirt. I think something collapsed.
Yeah,
and they
bruh.
were being bro.
Those tunnels are man-made, number one.
Yes.
There was a guy they were interviewing there. He was telling you the cost of them making the tunnel for you. But they do a very mock-up job, and then they charge you more for reinforcements and other stuff. Many people don't have the time to be like, okay, let's reinforce this tunnel. It's like, dig me the tunnel. I want to go in there, collect cobalt, go sell it. When I go sell it, I'm going to get ripped off because people are using random, their scales aren't properly calibrated. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to slave away for hours and hours and hours. I'll sell you something and you're going to give me a fraction of what I should have been paid.
Bro.
And I have no choice but to take that because who else is going to buy it if you don't buy it? And then you take it, you sell it off for a crazy profit, and we don't benefit, us the people who are working and literally slaving away to get this. That honestly disgusted me, as
I personally don't know how to feel about it because I feel like the whole genocide thing is just, the world is cruel, right? I feel like the whole genocide thing is just to cover up for other things that they're doing.
You think so?
It's just a diversion.
What are the facts, actually? Genocide denotes that there's a group of people that are dying.
Yes.
In mass. So
Yes.
this is a group of people that are being targeted specifically, and they're being killed by various means.
Yes.
Mostly in a violent manner.
Exactly.
Who are the victims?
Congolese people.
That's a very broad statement. How many... we're from Congo, bro.
Yes.
We know how broad that statement is.
I know.
Do you know how many different tribes there are in Congo? Do you know how many languages there are in Congo?
Hence I say Congolese people.
Yeah, Congolese people. But where? Who are these Congolese people? What is their ethnicity? It's not, bro, what I'm trying to say is
Do you think there's a conspiracy?
there's an oversimplification of the problem.
Okay.
And that's what I hate about people, saying, commenting on things you know very remotely about, but then you're going to be an activist about it and you're going to be all,
True.
oh no, this is wrong. You don't know the whole facts, bro. You oversimplify it in a Western sense. Oh, you analyze it and you make an analog of Western civilization that the groups are so very well defined that it's I don't think it's being blown out of proportion. I do think those stats, I don't think they're far-fetched. I think those stats could be actual stats. For me, the thing that rubs me the wrong way and has always rubbed me the wrong way, one, is how oversimplified it is. Congolese people are dying because there's a genocide happening in Congo.
Okay.
Who are these people? Where are they? Where is the genocide? Where? How? Do you know how big Congo is, bro?
Congo is
Is huge,
But
bro.
is it not on the eastern side of it? The Goma side and all that?
Yeah,
all
the
those
Goma.
parts?
Do you know how big Goma is, bro?
Okay, I have a thought.
I
Yes,
watched
have
the
an idea.
document. Goma is huge, bro. It's big. It's not as small as we think it is. It ain't some random strip. That came out wrong. It's not some little place
Small
there.
little island.
Nah,
or
little. You know what
area.
I'm saying? It's not. Goma's big. There are many ethnicities. There are many people. Okay, the people of Goma, fine. My problem is, and has always will be, as a young Congolese person, my problem is that it all ends at talk. For us, this is
It's always the
why,
frustration.
brother.
I mean, that's what I was going into this, because personally for me, I felt like, as I say, selective activism. It's like we are only active when it's convenient. On a random day, you will not just see a person make a post. No. It's when it's the majority thought. That's when it's much more acceptable for me to bring up that whole event happening in Congo. To say, oh no, there's genocide happening. If anyone else didn't say about it, if it was not in the mainstream media, we will not talk about it. But the question is, why I brought up this, why do you think that is? Is it acting as a diversion from what is really happening? The cobalt and everything, the mining and everything. Do you think that's just, let's create this to cover up for that? Because we see it in politics quite much.
Yes. Is the genocide a cover-up for something more nefarious? which is
Yes.
the robbery of a country of its minerals.
Yes.
No, because this country has been robbed of its minerals for what? You do the history, bro. Since Leopold and his gents decided to come there,
Exactly.
that robbery never has stopped. And
So
I don't
remember
know.
the limbs, people cutting people
Bro,
limbs
you
off.
know, bro, our ancestors had their limbs cut off. That's an
Yes.
appalling thing to say, but I will say, yeah,
It's true.
I know.
That's true.
It happened, bro.
Yeah.
They were forced to mine rubber, and then the next big thing, and then the next big thing. The country was exploited based on the industrial landscape that people were going through. Now it's electric vehicles, therefore we need cobalt and nickel.
And
There's
lithium.
illegal nickel mines there,
Yeah.
illegal cobalt, not illegal, artisanal cobalt mining in very poor conditions. I don't think it's a cover up, right? I think, okay, no, my train of thought was we've always been robbed. This is nothing new.
Exactly.
Okay, it's fine. Do I think the genocide is a cover up for something
Yes.
more nefarious?
Uh-huh.
Possibly, yes.
And you said the oversimplification of the genocide.
The oversimplification of the genocide gets to me because it's making the problem a lot more complex than it needs to be. Here's my issue, right?
Okay.
If this is a genocide and we're saying this is military personnel
Okay.
killing civilians,
Yes.
for me, this is me like thinking as a random person, right? Man on the street type thing.
Yes.
For me, that's a simple solution.
And those are all used in microprocessors. And you can think back to, around the year 2000, mobile phones first started coming out and gaining traction. I still remember my little StarTAC flip phone that I had from Motorola. You remember that?
Sure.
And all that supply was coming out of Eastern Congo. Militias and warlords were forcing the local population at gunpoint, machete point, to dig this stuff out, and it was flowing up into the formal supply chain, into mostly those first-generation cell phones. And that became known as conflict minerals. Cobalt started later. Cobalt really took off about 10, 12 years ago. And it's in another part of the country, in the mining provinces in the southeast of the Congo. And cobalt took off because it was started to be used in lithium-ion batteries to maximize their charge and stability. And it just so happens that the Congo, just as it was sitting on more than half the world's reserves of coltan and, of course, a lot of gold and diamonds and other things, is sitting on more cobalt than the rest of the planet combined. And it's in a small little patch of the Congo, southeastern corner, a part that used to be called Katanga. And before anybody knew what was happening, Chinese government, Chinese mining companies took control of almost all the big mines. And the local population has been displaced, is under duress, and they dig in absolutely subhuman, gut-wrenching conditions for $1 a day, feeding cobalt up the supply chain into all the phones, all the tablets, and especially electric cars.
You need military means to defeat that.
Okay.
Go and get rid of those people that are, it sounds simple, right? But
Yes.
you need a military response for something like that. Why has there never been a military response that I know of?
My question exactly, because if that's not, because at one point it was rebels, remember? At one point it was rebels, right? That was the whole idea behind this. Oh no, rebels are killing civilians, right? That was the whole thing. In my mind, it was, okay, cool. You can actually, many countries can actually deploy their military people there and cool off this whole fight. Why are they not doing that? Is it because politically it's actually a strategy to somehow cover up for something happening in the background? Because it just can't be a simple thing.
You know what? I'd love to think that it's a simple thing, but it's so complex now because, like, what is the motive for a country sending its military in a foreign country to begin with, right? What has, historically, if we look at things, why have foreign countries intervened in a military sense abroad? They always had something to gain from it. They always had something to gain from it. Even if it's in the name of goodwill, that the SANDF has been deployed to Congo to help the people in Goma, we will gain something from it as South Africans. That goes without saying.
Yep.
We know this, bro. What is it that is so precious for us to gain that we'd be willing to risk the lives of our own people?
Mineral favors,
mining concessions, free minerals. We're very much aware. Like, bro, for me now, my problem again is like, do you know what? Actually, if I had to be like, let's make a solution for this, bro. Let's make an actual solution for what's happening there, okay? And now, suppose I had the means to make it happen. Say I had all the money, I could make it happen. Do you know what I'd do?
What?
I would say, okay, everybody who has said or posted, stop the genocide, let's train you for military duty. And let's get you to Goma and get you to expel those people.
Oh yeah, that's
If
true.
I had the means, I'd say that. I would pledge and say,
personally, it's selective activism, and not only that, it's done from a cell phone point of view. It's like,
I'm not gonna bash people because that's the power we have, right?
yeah, but
That's the power we have now.
personally, I feel like it's you know, a boomerang. It's a boomerang effect. It's like, damn, then it comes back. Damn, then it comes back. All these years, and I just wanted to touch on this. And I'll say this, personally, I don't know how to feel about the whole thing, right? Because at the end of the day, it's like, even as the citizens, even when you talk and everything, power has been stripped from you. It's like, there's no democratic power anymore. Because democracy, that's what democracy is. People decide, right?
Exactly.
But there's literally no democracy anymore. There are a lot of powers involved. And it's more like it's autocracy, yes. It has the element of autocracy to it.
Our country is the poster boy of irony.
I know.
I've always said that the name itself is the poster boy of irony. The Democratic Republic of Congo. Democratic. How do you like that, bro?
It doesn't make sense. It
Democratic?
should be autocratic.
Democratic?
Autocratic.
When was democratic? Did we miss that point?
No.
Have I not been living in the country for so long that maybe I don't understand it? Because listen, bro, I live in a democratic country. I can say that with my chest because I've seen, I grew up in a democratic country, bro. I live in a democratic country till dates.
But
I don't know about my bros and sisters back home. Is it though?
it's not democratic.
I don't think so, man.
It's
That's
always
such
been
an ironic name, bro.
I know, but remember, and so I am personally, my conclusion on all this issue, this whole event is basically, it's more like this whole thing is a cover-up for something. Selective activism also plays a wrong. I dislike it personally. I do dislike it because it's just like, okay, we select what we need to be outrageous about, and we go with it. When the trend cools down, we cool down. Our opinion and our actions cool down. Not even our actions, our typing cools down as well. We literally say nothing. And at the end of the day, I do understand why people say nothing. A lot of people are really concerned. But shouldn't the government or our government pay attention to people's outcry and do something about it?
Bro, how many times are people going to say Free Congo? This is not the first time that hashtag's been trending. Do you know for how many years I've been seeing that hashtag? Bro, for the longest. If I'm not mistaken, this is almost 10 years since I first saw that hashtag.
A lot.
Okay, so, and that's a very good question, by the way. Shouldn't our government do something? If it's going to be a military force, a foreign military force, let's say, that is attacking and killing your people, the response is a military response.
Exactly.
There's no other response, bro.
Exactly.
There is no diplomacy for me. It's a military response.
If you have so much relationship, people that are mining cobalt in the Congo, aren't you forming those relationships? If you're giving them permission to do so, right? Is it coltan or coltan as well?
Coltan, cobalt.
Coltan, cobalt. If they're mining all this thing, that means you have relationship with them, right? Shouldn't you call them to your aid? to assist you in all this? Is this relationship just based on transactions? And if it is, where is this money going to?
That money, you know what I'm saying? That I wouldn't even want to involve foreign military in there based off the fact that they stand to gain something and you stand to lose something. I'm just saying, bro, we are numerous enough. We're a very big country, we have a lot of people, and there's a lot of unemployed people, our people, that is, both home and abroad. And my conclusion is it's high time we stopped typing hashtags and got into boot camp. If it were available, bro, I don't know. I think I'd probably join. Who knows?
Okay. You see, well, I was going to say this in conclusion. I think back to what you said. It's one of the biggest irony. It's a rich country, and at the same time, it's one of the poorest countries.
It's terrible.
The
It's
gap
really
between the rich and the poor is scary. It is flippin' scary.